Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, everyone, man. Today is the day that the Lord has made, man. So we're going to rejoice. We're going to be happy. We're going to be glad in it, man. We're going to thank God. We're going to praise God, man. We're going to uplift God, man. I know a lot of people feel like they don't have nothing to thank God for. I know a lot of people feel like they don't have no reason to be praising God. But, man, look, like I tell people, man, each and every day, God wake you up. Allow you to see another day. He get you on your way. Man, that's the best blessing that we can see, that we can receive each and every day. That God wake us up, man. Because God don't wake us up, then everything else don't even matter. That house, that car, that job, that career, those kids, all that stuff don't even matter if God don't wake you up. So the best blessing that God can give us each and every day, man, that we should be smiling about, that we should be thinking about, that we should be praising God and worshiping God about, is our life. Is our life. Is our life. Is our life, man. And you know, we just gotta thank God for our life, no matter what it look like, man. No matter what you're going through in life, no matter what you facing in life, man. You just gotta thank God. You gotta thank God, because at the end of the day, you could be in a worse situation than what you is. And like I always tell people, man, your situation, whatever it is that you're facing, whatever it is that you're going through, man, if God continuously waking you up, man, allowing you to see another day, and you're still in that means God ain't through with you yet. God ain't done with you yet, man. And this is why I always tell people, like, don't focus on the situation. Don't focus on what you're going through. Don't focus on that, because that ain't nothing but a distraction. That ain't nothing but a distraction. I know I be telling y'all that, man. I be telling myself that as well. I be talking to y'all, well, God be speaking through me to y'all. God be speaking to me as well, but that ain't nothing but a distraction. Whatever it is that you're going through, man, whether it be a sickness or an illness or a loss of a job or marital problems or whatever it is that you may be going through in life, man, that ain't nothing but a distraction. Because at the end of the day, man, a lot of times we don't have control over certain things. We don't have control over when all of a sudden we have health issues or health problems, or all of a sudden, our spouse want to leave us, or, man, the job say that, hey, we finna fire you, or whatever it is that you may be going through, a lack of finances, or whatever it is that you may be going through, man. Sometimes we don't have control over the situation, man. We just have to trust God and keep the faith, and knowing that, man, God watching over us. He got us, and, man, and that God gonna keep his promise. God say that he didn't bring us in this place to harm us, but he brought us in this place to prosper us, to give us a good life. Like I say, man, everybody ain't gonna be rich. Everybody ain't gonna live a lavish and rich for life, man. But at the end of the day, man, long God bless you to live comfortably, you know what I'm saying, to, that you can take care of your family, and you can do this and do that, but not only just take care of your family, but help God's kingdom as well, then, man, just be content. Be content, be thankful, be grateful for whatever God has blessed you with and allowing you to have, and knowing that, like I always tell people, man, you want more from God, God gonna require more of you. He gonna require more of your time. He gonna require more from you. So, like I always tell people, man, if you're not really ready to be invested in the way that God have called us to be invested in him and his kingdom, then just be content with whatever God has given you, man. Just be content. And if you're not ready to step out your comfort zone, or if you're not ready to go further, because like I always tell people, man, God ain't gonna do it by himself. Like, God don't do everything by himself. You gotta put in some work too. You gotta put in some work too, man. God just ain't just finna drop everything in your lap. He ain't finna drop everything in your lap, man. You gotta work with him, because Like I always tell people, you looking at God, God looking at you. You looking at God, God looking at you. He's like, all right, whenever you ready to take the first step, whenever you ready to take the first move, then you know what I'm saying, I'll be right there with you. But a lot of time, fear be the reason why, man, that we be so afraid to just step out of our comfort zone. Because at the end of the day, when you step out your comfort zone, you are actually stepping into the unknown, and you need to stepping out your comfort zone actually like stepping into the unknown, where now you like, okay, what? But when you step out there, God got you, man. You just gotta trust God. You just gotta believe in God. And know that, man, if you begin to seek God with all your heart, and that you begin to seek God for his direction and guidance, that, hey, God gonna lead you and guide you into that promised land. You know, God gonna lead you and guide you into that promised land. I know a lot of people, man, they tired of being in the wilderness. They tired of going round and round and round and round and round in the wilderness. But at the end of the day, you gotta think about it. It ain't God, it's you. It's you. It's you. Because you're being disobedient and that you rebelling against God. So you can't enter into the promised land by being disobedient to God and by being a rebellious generation. You know. So at the end of the day, man, a lot of things we cause in our life be us. It be us, man. But I just want to let somebody know on this day, man, look, whatever you facing, whatever you going through, man, place it in God's hand. God got you. He gonna see you through. He gonna see you through it, man. You know, God will always gonna be done, man. God will. You know, when we say God will be done, that basically just saying, okay, God, I'm placing the keys in your hand. Whatever your will is for me, I accept it. You know, not my will, but your will. Not my will, but your will. But hey, at the end of the day, man, God got us, man. God got us. God got us. And he ain't gonna, God said he'll never leave us nor forsake us. He'll never leave us nor forsake us. So, and that's a promise. We be the one who leave God. We be the one who turn our back on God because we feel like we don't need God. As long as we up, as long as we got whatever we need, we don't need God. Soon our life get a little rocky, a little situation, and then we want to get on our knee, and we want to run to the church, then we want to open up the Bible. We ain't read the Bible in 2-3 years. But soon as a little situation happen in our life, bam, that's when we want to get in that word. That's when we want to pray. That's when we want to start involuntarily or voluntarily fasting. When, man, if you're a disciple for God, you say you're living for God, you supposed to be you supposed to be doing all this. This is supposed to be a part of your lifestyle. This is the way Christians are supposed to live. You should be fasting just because this is a requirement of God. This is a requirement of God. You should be praying because this is a requirement from God. You should be studying his word because it's a requirement from God. You should be praising, worshiping God because that's a requirement from God. Not when you in a situation where now your hands is being forced to do all this. Because at the end of the day, God ain't finna force you to do nothing. It just to the point we feel like when we in this situation, oh, well, God's supposed to change this around. God's supposed to do this. God's supposed to do that. But at the end of the day, y'all got to understand, God moving his time and his way. And for some of y'all are impatient. So when you do begin to run to God and God don't move when and where and how he wants you, then you begin to put stuff in your hands. And now you're making a big mistake. You just got to trust God, man. If you want what God got for you, you got to trust him. You got to trust him. Even when the situation don't look right, even when life don't look right, man, you got to trust God. Because God knows what's best. God didn't say life was going to be easy. God didn't say this thing was going to be smooth and breezy. God say, count it all joy when you facing many trials and tribulations. So he's letting you know right now, out the rip, that in life, you're going to encounter some things. You're going to face some things in life. You're going to go through some stuff in life. But you can't let those things determine how you feel or the outcome. You just gotta put on your big boy pants and the big girl pants and suck it up and continue to walk straight, man. Continue to keep your eyes focused on God, man. Don't let these little minor situations or these little minor things that come into your life be a distraction, man. You gotta focus on God, man. While I'm telling y'all this, man, I'm preaching to myself as well. I just sat here and just had a long conversation with God. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm gonna be. I come up here and be transparent with y'all. I just had a long conversation with God. I was praying, and I was talking to him. I was telling God, I'm tired. I'm tired, man. I'm tired. Like it be days where I just be want to give up. It just be days where I just be want to give up, man. Cause I be in here. I be asking God why. And like I tell people, man, if your Christian walk is smooth and easy, that means you ain't actually following God. Because for the ones who out there actually following God, man, I guarantee you ask any of them, they gonna tell you they wake up so many times want to give up. They wake up depressed sometimes. But hey, other than that, man, today is going to be a great day. Today is going to be a wonderful day for somebody, man. We got to stay uplifting each other, man. We got to stay trying to help each other out, man, through these hard times, through these trying times, man. You know, we got to be there for people. We got to show comfort for people, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we can't always be there all the time for people. But, man, when we can be there for people, man, we got to uplift people. We got to let people know, man, look, I'm here for you. We got to learn how to set what's going on in our life aside and be able to help other people. Because at the end of the day, that's what we're called to do, man. We ain't called to be selfish people, to always focusing on us. There was so many people do. They just focus on they just focus on themselves and what they going through. And there's other people out there going through things worse and worse and worse than you. But, man, I just want to let somebody know, man, look, whatever you're going through, man, better days are coming. Greater days are coming. You just got to get through that storm that you're facing. You just got to get through those trials and tribulations that you're facing. That, like, you may be in pain right about now, but that pain is only temporary. You got to push, you got to push through it, man. You got to push through it. You can't stop. You can't give up. You can't give in. You got to push through it. Pain is only temporary. Storms are only temporary. Bad days happens. They happen to all of us. They happen to the best of us. Everything is only temporary. What we see around here, this world, this earth, is only temporary. We know that we got better days ahead. We know that God say that we got there's a new heaven and a new earth. We know that everything we see is only temporary. It's not permanent. Your situation, whatever it is that you're facing, is not permanent. It's temporary. It has an end date to it. It has an end time. Whenever that end time and end date is, that's something that we don't need to be worried about. That's something we don't need to be focusing on. And that's what a lot of people do. They focus on the end date and the end time. Man, when this gonna be over? How long I gotta go through this rehab? How long I gotta go through this? How long I gotta do this? How long I gotta be in this storm? How long? And then that's when you begin to worry, you begin to stress, you begin to get anxious, you begin to get depressed because you're so ready for it to be over with, to the point you can't get what you need to get out of. But God trying to get something out of that situation. God uses every situation for our good if we allow it to happen. You don't want to go through a situation just to go through it and you don't get nothing out of it. You want to go through something, okay, what's the lesson I need to learn from this? Okay, what good can come out of this? Because every bad situation always yields a positive outcome if you let it. It's just like when I went to prison. Yeah, it was a negative situation, but a positive outcome came out of what the positive outcome came out of was I got closer to God. I really found God. I found Jesus Christ. I gave my life over to God when I was locked up. That was the positive part about it. Now, when I got out of it, you know what I'm saying, I fell off and slipped back and whatever the case may be. But now here I am, back at it again. You know, like they always say, when you fall, get right back up, dust yourself off, and try again and keep moving forward, man. Just, we all gonna fall, we all gonna slip, we all gonna stumble in life. But man, we can't let them slips, trips, and fall let us go all the way back. Well, man, we just give up in life now. We just out here just doing what we want to do, living how we want to do, all because of a situation, man. Things happen in life. Life happens. Life is happening to everybody each and every day. People losing jobs, people losing houses, cars, people losing family members, loved ones. Man, it just things happening out here. And at the end of the day, man, we just gotta dust ourselves off, get back up and try again and continue to push forward in life. Man, it's just a part of life. It's just a part of life. It's a part of life. It's a part of life, man. It's a part of life. But just know on this day, man, look, today is the day that the Lord has blessed and made, man. So, man, we should be happy. We should be thanking God, praising God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God, for waking me up. Lord, like I always tell people, man, if God don't do nothing else for me, Him waking me up is the best blessings. It's the best blessing we can receive, man. That's the best blessing you can get from God. Just to see another day. Because I guarantee you, it was somebody somewhere laid down last night with the plans and the intention. Man, I'm finna get up. I'm finna do this. I'm finna do that. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. But God said, I got a whole new plan for you. I'm finna cut your lights out. Your life over with. Now somewhere, somebody, family is mourning the loss of their loved ones. They didn't even think. They woke up. It's crazy because not only did the person have plans for today, but they family members had plans. Now all that got cut short. All that got changed. All that got changed. Because God's will was done. So, man, we just gotta be thankful, man. We gotta be thankful. We gotta be thankful. We gotta be thankful for everything, man. We gotta stop complaining. Hey, I always tell people, it's okay to be content. Yeah, we're called to be content, but not comfortable. And we just gotta stop complaining, man. Be content with whatever God I'm giving you, man. Be content with whatever God I'm bless you with. You got a roof over your head. You got your vehicle. You ain't gotta keep going up buying vehicle after vehicle after vehicle if it ain't nothing really wrong with your vehicle. If it ain't nothing really wrong with your house, you might need to do a little fix up here and there in case it may be, but at least you got a roof over your head. You got food on the table. You got to stop being picky. Hey, it might not be what you want that day, but hey, you got food because somewhere somebody ain't even got that. So we just got to stop being picky, man, and just be thankful. Like, show some gratitude. Stop complaining. Because you got to think about it. What if God lost something happening to your life where now you ain't got no roof over your head, you ain't got a vehicle, you ain't got food on your table. Now you gonna be complaining about that. Now you gonna be mad at God about that. Now you gonna be questioning God and asking God why He allowed all this to happen. When you already got it, just be thankful for it. And just be like, well, God, if you can bless me with more, then Lord, I appreciate it. Whatever I got to do to get more, Lord, just let me know. How can I better serve you, Lord? Because I know I ain't serving you like I need to serve you. So, Lord, how can I better serve you? How can I better serve you, Lord? How can I better serve you? How can I better live for you? What I need to change in my life that will glorify you, that will be approved by you. Because that's who we're living for. We're living for God. We're not living for people. We ain't living for that pastor or that preacher. We living for God. We ain't living for family members. We living for God. We ain't living for kids. We living for God. We ain't living for parents and spouses. We living for God. At the end of the day, God got the final say so about your life. God got the final say so. So we gotta be trying to prove to him that we are worthy, not only to serve him, but we gotta prove to God that God, I am worthy to walk past that golden gate, Lord. I am worthy to walk into that promised land, Lord. I am worthy to receive whatever it is that you have for me. We gotta prove that to God, not to other people. Because at the end of the day, man, you can't please people. I don't care what you try to do. You can go above in it. Man, you can go out here and go above and beyond. You could jump off a cliff. At the end of the day, it still ain't gonna please them. Because they gonna say, well, man, he jumped off that cliff. Hey, why he didn't go to that cliff and jump off that cliff? So at the end of the day, man, you'll never be able to please people. It's all about pleasing God, man. It's all about satisfying God, man. It's all about honoring God. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, man. I ain't gonna lie. My heart is heavy right about now. My heart is heavy. Like I told y'all, man, I just got through talking to God. And sometimes I just feel like just giving up. I just feel like giving up. I feel like giving up. It could be some decision that I make. Sometimes, or, it could be some decision that I make, or it could be me think I'm hearing from God, but not hearing from God. But I just know following Jesus Christ, it ain't easy, man, because you gotta die to yourself. That's why I tell people, following Christ, it is cost. It's a cost. It's a cost, man. It's a cost. Because when you follow Christ, you can't do what you want to do. You gotta do as he wants you to do. And sometimes, man, God will have you to doing some stuff, or ask you to do some stuff that you don't understand why he asking you to do it. And you'll be questioning him like, okay, God, are you really asking me this, or this is something that somebody else asking me to do this? Like, it's hard to follow God. Anybody tell you it's easy to follow God, that mean they ain't following Jesus Christ. They ain't following Jesus Christ, man. Because God, in order for you to follow God, man, you got to give some stuff up. And when God began to tell you what you got to give up, man. So people ain't out there giving up nothing. They ain't out there wanting to lose nothing for God. That means they just living a mediocre, lukewarm Christian life. And of course, a lukewarm Christian life, that's easy to live. That's easy to live. But I'm talking about a life fully committed, devoted to God. Talking about following Christ. Man, that thing hard. You wake up sometime wanting to give up. Because not everybody gonna agree with you. Not everybody gonna walk with you. Not everybody gonna approve what you say, the decision that you make for your life. Not everybody gonna support you. And my dad used to always tell me, son, you gonna walk alone. And man, I be doggone. It's hard, man. It's hard, but with the grace of God, man, the strength of God, man, I'm gonna prevail. I'm gonna get through. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna get to where God's trying to take me to. I'm going to get there by any means necessary. I'm going to get there with his help and his strength, his provision, his guidance, his leadership. God going to carry me over into that promised land. We going to get there. We going to get there. You know, so yeah, do I be in a hurry? Yeah. Do I be in a rush? Yeah, because I'm 37 years old, man. And I know I always tell y'all, don't look at your age, but man, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm human. I'm human. I'm human. I'm human. I'm a human, man. And at some part of your life, you just get tired. Cause it's like, okay, God, you seen everything I've been through in my life. Where's the reward at? And I know our reward is not down here on earth. Our reward is in heaven, but you be like, God, I don't want to continue to live like this. I don't want to have to continue to struggle. I want to be able to pay bills on time. I want to be able to have a nice roof, a nice house to live in. You know, so I ain't looking for nothing big, but I want to have a nice house to live in, nice vehicle. Me and my family, we can take vacations and do all this. And I also want to help other people. I want to help God's kingdom as well, man. You know, I just ask God, what am I doing wrong? That's a question that so many people don't want to ask God. They don't want to ask God, what am I doing wrong? Because they scared to hear what they doing wrong. They don't want to hear the truth. God said, in order for you to see anything from me, you got to hear the truth. You got to hear the truth. How do you expect to accept God into your life if you don't first hear it nor confess it? That's the only way you receive anything from God. The truth. The truth has to be heard and confessed and spoke. It has to, man. It has to. But I love God with all my heart, man. And I ain't going to give up on God because God ain't gave up on me. You know, I just got to continue to dig deep. We just got to continue to dig deep, man. Don't give up on God. Don't give up on God. Don't give up on God. Don't give up on God because God ain't gave up on you. God ain't gave up on you. God ain't gave up on none of us. You know? God ain't gave up on none of us. He loved all of us unconditionally. No matter where, no matter how you living, no matter what you doing out there, man, God ain't gave up on you. God loves you. That's why he continue to give us chances after chances after chances, man. We just take those chances and we just take them for granted. We take them for granted, man. God don't have to continue to give us these many chances to get right with him, to walk with him, to receive the life that he has for. Man, he don't have to give us those many chances. God can say one and done. But each and every day God wakes us up, that's another change. That's another change. But today is the day that our wonderful Lord God has made, man. So we're going to rejoice. We're going to be happy. We're going to be glad in it. We're going to thank God. We're going to praise God. We're going to uplift God, man, with all our hearts, man. We're going to get into this reading real quick, like, and we're going to see what God has to say. Somebody need to hear this. Looking for lasting joy. May the God of hope fill you with all your joy. Romans 15:13. How often have you found what you were looking for in life, only to realize it didn't bring you the satisfaction you thought it would? It is life's ultimate frustration thinking we will find fulfillment in the things of this world, but they can never bring lasting happiness. As one bumper sticker I saw expressed it, all I want is a little more than I have now. We look for love, security, and happiness through our jobs, our possessions, our relationships. But if they really brought lasting joy, wouldn't we have testimonies to the effect from millions of people all over the world? Instead, we find emptiness, discontent, and hopelessness. Try putting Christ first and watch how your life is turned around. You will discover that he alone is the source of the love, peace, and joy you have been searching for. I think I spoke about this yesterday about, man, how we how we use our job and relationships and all these different stuff, man, to try to fill that empty voidness that we feel. Because at the end of the day, man, we all want to be full. We all want to be full, but we look to the wrong source to be full. And the only way we can get full, man, is through Jesus Christ. The only way you're gonna have joy, man, I'm talking about unspeakable joy. I'm talking about joy to the point where no matter what you face, no matter what you're going through, man, you still gonna be happy. You still thriving in life. You still waking up every day with your head high, man. That only comes from God. It don't come from these jobs. It don't come from people. It don't come from these earthly relationships. It don't come from the money that you got. Because you can have all the money in the world. You can have the best relationship, the best marriage in the world. You can have all that and still not have joy, peace, nor comfort, man. So we got to stop trying to use those things. Because at the end of the day, happiness and joy is two different things. Happiness comes from a person or material things, or money, or job. But joy, you can't get that from material things. Joy is just something that you just have, man. You just walk around just joyful all the time. You can't get that from nothing, man. You can't get that from people, places, nor things. That come from God. Seeking the truth. When Paul was in Athens, he reasoned in the synagogue with the Jews and the God-fearing Greeks, as well as in the marketplaces day by day with those who happened to be there. Acts 17:16-17. When the Apostle Paul came to Athens, Greece, he saw people who were like many in our world today. They were trying to put together the puzzle of life. The average atheist of that day was a religious person. In fact, the people in Athens had numerous gods, and their city was sprinkled with numerous idols and temples. They also followed numerous philosophies in their search for the truth. The philosophers of Athens argued with Paul, but some who heard him were serious searchers after truth. The religions and philosophies of the day have left them empty, and they wanted to know the truth. And they heard it as they listened to Paul tell them about Jesus and the hope we can have because of him. Are you searching for the truth? Don't let anything or anyone keep you from Jesus, who alone is the way, the truth, and the life. The truth is in Jesus, man. The truth is in God, man. Ain't no if and what's. That's why a lot of people don't want God. That's why a lot of people don't want to talk about Jesus. That's why a lot of people, they stray away from Jesus, because Jesus is the truth. Jesus gonna uncover it all. Jesus gonna peel everything back, and he gonna expose it all. Cause that's what he do. He exposes it all. He is the truth, man. That's why the world hate him. That's why the world can't stand him. That's why the world don't want no part of him. Because the world want to live and want to do how they want to do. But God said, this is how you're supposed to live. He is the truth, the way. God said he is the way, the truth, and the life. And no one can enter into the Father except through him. So, but you got to want the truth, man. If you don't want the truth, then you're going to reject it. They reject Jesus Christ, so they going to reject the truth. If they reject Jesus Christ, who is the truth, you think they ain't going to reject when you begin to speak the truth? They going to reject you as well. So you just got to be ready, and you just got to be prepared for it, man. The comfort of quiet. Them that sat on the ground with him for 7 days and 7 nights, no one said a word to him, because they saw how great his suffering was. It's hard to see your loved one hurting. You can't heal their disease. You can't erase the cruel words of rejection. You can't provide a new job or opportunity. You can't restore the person they lost. You can't replace what's been taken. You can't explain why they are suffering. You feel helpless in the face of their pain. You don't know what to do. Today, be still. Resist the urge to fix it or find someone to blame. Offer the gift of your presence. Clear your calendar so you can stay close. Be willing to listen as they process what's happening. Comfort them through your touch and provide a shoulder to cry on. Pray for God's healing and help. Ask for insight to understand what your spouse is going through. Let him supply patience and compassion. Thank him for giving you each other so you're not alone. Trust him to do what's needed at the right time. Thank him for his grace. That's enough for today. Lord, show us how to carry this burden together. Bring your comfort and help. Give us hope for all you are going to do. Let us trust in your love. Man, comfort and quiet. Comfort, what is it? What's the comfort or quiet? Like, people don't understand, like, man, that's how Jesus Christ comfort us. It's being the quiet time, the quiet moment where you're just sitting there and you just thinking about everything that you're going through. You just running it all through your mind. And man, God just come in, just give you that comfort that you need. He don't say nothing. You just feel his presence. And that you just begin to feel everything. You just feel like God just telling you everything gonna be all right. He comforts you. He lets you know everything gonna be all right. And that's how we supposed to be, man. Sometimes we can come in. Yeah, people be dealing with some things and whatever case may be. But sometimes, man, people just be needing your presence. They just need you to be there. They just need you to be there. They just need you to listen. People always tell me, man, you're a great listener. You're a great listener. Because sometimes, man, that's all people just be want. They just be want you to listen. They don't be needing all that hoorah, all that advice. You know, at the end of the day, yeah. People ask you, well, what you think I should do? But sometimes, man, people just be want your presence. They just be want your listening ear, man. It's all different type of comfort, man. Just be there for a person while they going through whatever they going through. They just be want somebody there, because don't nobody want to be alone while they going through or facing whatever it is they going through. They don't want to go through it alone, man. Like I always tell people, you ain't alone. God gonna tell you, you are not alone. You are not alone. You are not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. That he right there with you. That's why God said, I'll never leave you nor forsake you, even though your family member may leave you, your kids may leave you, your mother and father may leave you, your spouse, whoever. God gonna always be right there. God ain't gonna never turn your back. I don't care what you say about God. I don't care what you. God is gonna be right there, man. God is a forgiving God. God is a loving God. Man, he gonna show up. He gonna make sure he comforts you. He gonna make sure he be right there. God don't want to see his kids suffer. God don't want to see his children going through pain and suffering. Man, God don't want to see you. God know how to come in and comfort you and rub you and nudge you and give you the encouragement that you need, give you the peace and comfort that you need, man. God know how to do it. And he will do it. He shall do it. He's gonna do it, man. He's gonna do it for you. He's gonna do it for you. But hey, God is good, man, all the time. All the time, God is good, man. Even though I'm in this little space, this little space right about now, man. I'm still depending on God to move on my behalf. I'm still asking God to give me the strength, peace, the confidence, joy, man. I know everything gonna be okay. I know it don't be nothing but the devil, man. I know it ain't nothing but the enemy. I know that's all it is, man. But everything gonna be okay. I just wanna let somebody know, man, hey, everything gonna be okay in your life. You know? The devil always trying to deceive us and trick us and make us think that this is it. That it ain't gonna get no better. That God don't forget about you, and that you might well just go on back to doing what you were doing. No. God ain't forgot about you. It's all about his time, his way. He ain't forgot. He ain't forgot at all. He ain't forgot at all. But hey, Other than that, man, I love y'all. God love you a million times more. Man, keep your head up, stay prayed up, keep God first. Continue to seek God with all your heart, man. Spend some time with God, make some time for God, man. Continue to be used by God. Continue to live for God, man. Honor God with your life. Honor God with your first of everything, your first time, your first giving. Just honor God, man. Honor God not with just your lip, but your mind, body, and soul, man. Invite God into your life. Invite God into your home, your career, your job, your marriage, your workplace, whatever, man. Invite God into every aspect of your life. Let him be the foundation, man. Let God come in, restore, revive, renew whatever is destroyed or broken, man. Let God come in and mend that thing, because he's the only somebody who could change people's heart. He the only somebody who can come in and take what's been damaged or broken or destroyed. He the only somebody who can come in and mend that thing back together and make it brand new, man. Trust me. He is the only one, man. He is the only one. So he is the only one that we need to be dependent on, man. It's him, man. It's God. God is so good, man. God is so good. I say God so good, man. God is so good, man. God gonna prove himself. He gonna prove himself to so many people. He gonna show himself to so many people, man. God gonna do it for you. He gonna turn that situation around. He gonna make that thing better than what it was. God is still in the business of healing, delivering, mending, restoring, reviving, renewing, man. That broken marriage, God is gonna restore that thing back to like it's brand new, man. I'm talking about the broken family. Man, God is in the business of restoring, reviving, and renewing all that, man. I know sometimes we look at it, we like, well, God, how you gonna do it? That's the least of our worries. We don't need to be worried about how God gonna do it. We just need to know that God can and is able and will and shall do it. And we just gotta stay focused. Don't worry about the situation, cause it ain't nothing but a distraction, man. Keep your eyes on God. Look towards the hill from whence comes your help, cause God is your help. God is your provider. He is your healer. He is your deliverer. He is your restorer. He is your reviver. Man, God is everything. He wears many, many hats. God wears many, many hats, multiples of hats. He's a jack of all trades, man. Whatever you need God for, you can seek him for it, man. You need advice, wisdom, knowledge. He's a teacher. Finance. Man, God will help you with your finances. At the end of the day, man, we just got to humble ourselves and submit to God. And just invite God in, man. We got to start walking around with pride, acting like we don't need God. Shutting God out when we need him every day, man. We need God every day. Because without God, we wouldn't have nothing. Like I said earlier in my life, man, without God, you wouldn't have woke up this morning. Without God, you wouldn't be able to enjoy that house that you have, that career that you have, that job that you have, those kids that you have, that vehicle that you have, none that you have, that money that you got. Without God, man, we wouldn't be able to enjoy none of this stuff, nor have none of this stuff. It's all God. It's all God. That's why we're trying to figure out why people don't believe in God. Like, y'all just think this stuff just moves just by itself. It's all orchestrated by God. It's all orchestrated by God. I don't care what these philosophers say. I don't care what nobody else say. I don't care what all the other religions say. I don't care. It's all orchestrated by God. It all started with God. It all started with God, man. I was looking at when I went to go, I think it was yesterday. I when I got my wife something to eat and took it to her again, and I sat there with her for her lunch break. And I was just looking at the sky, man, and it's amazing how God formed all that, how he formed the clouds, how he formed the sky, how he divided the sky from the land. Like, man, how God created the world, like how God created us. Like everything don't look the same. Like we all look different. Like, man, it's amazing, man. And for people not to believe that there's a God, man, something wrong. Something wrong, man. Something wrong. Something wrong. Something wrong. Something wrong. But hey, other than that, man, I love y'all. Until next time, man. Look, y'all know my saying. Hey, it's GOAT time. GOAT, God over all things. And man, look, put your coat on. Christ over all things, man, you know. But hey, man, let's get motivated. Let's get out here, man. Advance God's kingdom. Let's use our platform. Man, whatever your platform is, man, use it. Use it for God. I don't care what people say. Whatever your platform, you in the military, if you, whatever career job you in, man, whatever it is, man, use your platform. Use your platform. Social media, you make content, whatever. Use it for God, man. Let that be your way of advancing God's kingdom. Man, use it for God, man. Use it for God. Not for your own selfish reason, not for your own selfish desires, not for nobody else, but use it for God, man. Let's begin to advertise God instead of advertising ourselves or advertising all this other negative stuff, man. Let's begin to advertise God more, man. Let's begin to advertise God more. But hey, other than that, man, I love y'all, man. Until next time, when God give it to me, best believe I'm gonna bring it to y'all, man. Love y'all. Peace.